Welcome to the Underdogs podcast. Strap yourselves in for 1 hour of unrivaled audio entertainment. Featuring HopCat.
Can somebody please tweet at me what celebrity King of Skill looks like? Thanks.
Little Z.
I've realized this week that I have a tiny bladder.
Not what I thought you were going to say.
Puppet 1.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 55.
Director Cogger.
I need to pee, so I also have a tiny bladder. I probably should have peed before we started. Should I pee now?
Oh no.
Yeah, alright, go on.
Yeah, start off the podcast with a bang.
Bye.
Alright.
Wait, didn't you say someone had a question?
Yeah. How's everyone's New Year's resolutions going?
Well, we'll start with yours before you go pee.
What was mine?
What was any of ours?
It was mine to write in my, to keep my, what's it called? Calendar.
Oh, yeah?
Which, sort of, it's better. I put it in my phone now, I don't write it down.
How are you going to remember to write in your calendar if you can't put it in your calendar?
That's true.
I want to hear how your guys are going, but I also want to go to the toilet.
We'll go to the toilet then. You
But you
Then watch the podcast later. This is a recording. Get
Oh,
the
I
fuck
can
out
watch
of
it
here.
You
on
can
my
watch it
fucking
live.
live stream.
Yeah, watch the live stream.
Thank God.
Oh,
I'm a
guys,
Patreon.
if you didn't know that there's a live stream, check out the Patreon. Good plug, Jackson.
Yeah,
Genius.
great plug for a podcast.
Get out, it's going to start echoing.
One of our members leaves to go to the bathroom within 30 seconds.
Yeah, then
of
we're like,
starting.
give us your money.
Do you guys remember your New Year's resolution?
I have no idea what mine is.
Mine was to be a better friend, try to organize more like hanging out with friends things. That was quick.
Nick's in the toilet.
Oh, there's another toilet downstairs. Come on.
Should I?
Yes.
I don't want you to leave again.
Well, I might just wait for him.
Get out of here.
No one can hear you.
So
You have been doing that because you just messaged me about playing frisbee
Yeah,
the other day.
Yeah. So, and then I've like caught up with a couple of friends that I haven't seen in a while. So I actually have been doing it.
Nice.
And it's, guys, top tip, it's actually pretty rewarding, you know? It's like the kind of thing where it's like, it's a bit annoying to organize. I'll get around to it. You never get around to it. And then you get around to it and you're like, that was pretty valuable.
It's
Now
also
you're like, oh, we have to catch up. We
Yeah.
have to catch up.
It's a classic.
sometime.
It's also one of those things that it's like after you do it, you're like, oh, that was easy. It's like a massive mental barrier, and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that was very simple.
I know so many people don't relate to this at all because they're just absolute social butterflies, but I feel that like hugely.
Probably not
like,
in our audience.
It
but-
seems like it seems like it's a way more of an effort than it actually is, and they're also probably more keen than you'd think. So yeah,
Do you
it's
guys-
actually going well.
Do you guys remember my New Year's resolution? Was it to like get more fit, lose weight?
It was
I
probably
feel
something like that.
I feel like it was
Yeah,
something like
probably.
that. I usually have like 5 New Year's resolutions.
Oh yeah, and then I always have a go at you because I'm like, you got to set achievable goals, and you never do.
Hey, they've been going okay. So, oh man, I feel like I need a list of mine. I remember one of them was to go to the gym more, like become more fit, which I've been doing. I've been keeping up with that. One of them was to upload more videos that are not Smash, like videos that I'm more passionate and proud of. My Pokemon chess one did well, but that was one video for like 2.5 months.
Oh yeah, it happens. It happens.
Yeah, the frequency could be better, but I'll say I'm keeping up with that. And I think that's the most of what I set out to achieve this year so far.
Nice. I genuinely have no idea what mine was. I don't know if anyone in the chat remembers, but
Was it like go back to Smash videos? Make more money.
Yeah, if that was it, I've succeeded.
Chase the bag, spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Do whatever you want. Do whatever gets the money. Be a little jester.
Did I miss anything?
I literally, I quite enjoy watching your streams, Jordan, and seeing you just being like, oh, I don't want to spin the wheel, and that's like the entire stream. Oh, I got to spin the wheel again. I don't want to spin the wheel. Spins the wheel.
It's great content.
Dude, he is like
Repeat.
a hamster. He's stuck in the one room. People look at him and he just has a wheel. That's
Yeah.
all he has to keep himself entertained.
Yeah. Do you remember what my New Year's thing was? Probably not, right?
I don't think you had one.
That sounds like me.
You were like, what's the new year?
I
It's
reckon it
just
was
another year.
Choke
Something
someone
like
out.
Just another year.
Choke someone out in
how's it been
jiu-jitsu.
going choking someone out?
Well, yeah, I guess I've succeeded, but they don't
No,
actually
not
go
Holly this
unconscious.
time, someone
Oh,
else.
no, I haven't succeeded. No, I'm kidding. For those who don't know, I've started doing jiu-jitsu, by the way, for those very confused.
Everyone
That's
knows
been
that,
going
right?
good. Well, probably not. Some people probably just
I've
click
not
on
heard
this.
you stop talking about it. It's jiu-jitsu
yeah,
this,
every
jiu-jitsu
day.
that.
Yeah, I was like, hey, Jordan, you free Mondays nights? And he's like, too busy doing jiu-jitsu, too
I
busy
did.
rolling around on the floor with the boys. I'm like, come on, man.
That is-
I used to be that boy.
Hang on.
So why do you have a tiny bladder, Jackson?
Why?
What's caused it?
I don't know. Infection. maybe.
Oh,
that's a
really?
bit dark.
No, I don't know. I think it's just genetical, maybe. I didn't used to drink much water when I was a child, and now I drink a lot
Did
of
you
water.
say genetical? Is that a word?
It's not a word. I heard it too.
Genetical.
genetical? Did
Oh,
I
it's
get
just my geneticals.
When you're getting corrected by Jordan, you know you got a problem.
Sorry.
genetical?
I've got a genetical
your
condition.
Genetic.
Did
It's
I say
genetic.
genetical?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a cool word, though.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
I'm kind of the same. I've started drinking more water.
Yeah.
Well, I listened to a 2.5 hour podcast about water.
Yeah.
It's about Andrew
was-
Huberman.
Yeah.
Oh, legend.
It was more interesting than you'd think.
Can you summarize it in less than 2.5 hours?
Yes. High pH water is actually good, but not for the reason of changing your body pH. It's because you absorb it faster. And you
Oh.
get high pH water by having high levels of magnesium, calcium. So you
Cool.
don't want to take it out of your tap water.
Hey Zach, would you say that now you're basic?
Anyway, I have been drinking more water, and I drank like 3 liters in a day for like a couple
Yeah.
of days, and
Yeah.
I was just peeing so fucking much.
Yeah, that's good.
I think it's because I'm usually like chronically dehydrated. I'm not very good at that.
It changes your life being hydrated. I feel like
No.
What?
Scam of the week.
Scam.
Oh yeah,
What
that's
is a
the,
scam?
That's
What
the
are you
other thing I
talking
found
about,
out from this
Peter?
podcast. Okay, so if you don't know, a couple of weeks ago, Peter thought that being like very concentrated on your hydration was a bit of a scam, like getting
Yeah.
the bottles that are like drink now every
Being
2
like
hours.
overly obsessed with it is a huge scam.
So
Why?
I've
What?
got an updated scientific opinion on that.
All right.
no, we don't do that here. Take it back
Hang on.
somewhere else.
So what they said in this water podcast.
Oh, yes.
By the way, guys, don't go listen to any other podcasts. You'll get all the good summaries here. We'll pretty much give you what
The
you
Cliff
need to
Notes.
know. So if you are even like 2% less from fully hydrated, apparently you have like worse cognitive function in that, which like almost everyone would be because
Yeah.
you need to drink a shitload to stay like properly hydrated. But you don't get thirsty till you're like dehydrated. So Peter,
Fuck, that's the fucking line. Everyone just, when you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. How shit is your body?
What are you talking about? It's literally a scientific
Yeah.
fact, Peter.
No.
Not
it's
no.
not.
No,
Okay,
this
what
is what
do you
Jordan
consi-
does and you hate it.
What
You
do
can't do
what
this
do you
now.
consider dehydrated? What
Oh,
does that
we've
mean
lost
to you?
him. We've lost him.
What do you mean by dehydrated?
You are not hydrated.
By how much percent?
I don't
You
know.
could have drunk water 5 minutes ago. You're now less hydrated. So are you dehydrated now?
No, I don't think so.
okay,
See,
this
there's no
is what I
line.
think.
Oh, I hate
Back
this
back
shit.
in the day, the cavemen, they like couldn't obviously drink as much water as we could because
Yeah.
they'd have to go to the watering hole and that. So I think the body functions, completely fine. I think that drinking like water is a power up. So I think like baseline is being dehydrated. When you're thirsty, you drink, and then you just stay like that. But if you drink lots of water, then it's a power up and you're better.
Yeah, they're just labeling it wrong. So it's like
Yeah.
the nat should be normal as what
Should
we
be
now call
super
dehydrated.
Think of how
Yeah.
many people would
Yeah.
be like, yeah, just hit my super hydration levels.
My super cognitive ability.
I think I can get on board with like the small percentage gains for having topped up water rather than a little bit less. I can get on board with that. But to say that you're dehydrated before you're thirsty is insane.
Yeah.
Because dehydrated means you're like unwell.
I also think we have a lot of things now that dehydrate us that we didn't used to have, e.g. coffee.
I think there's more water in these things that actually top up your hydration than.
I don't think that's a fact.
If,
Or do you
you're,
reckon-
if you're replacing your water with it, that's bad. But if you're having the same amount of water and a coffee on top of it, it's not going to reduce your amount of water in your system by like any amount.
I think it does.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
Or do we just get distracted too much? Like back in the day, you're just sitting around, you're like, oh, well, I'll have another sip. All right.
If you're
now we're just
replacing-
chatting.
I don't
but
think
now we're
sips
like
was really
on
a
the
concept
computer.
in cavemen, was it?
Have a sip.
I don't think it was the concept.
Where do they keep
A
their water?
really long straw.
Yeah, they just like got a one going all the way to the watering hole.
From the
Want a sip?
drinking hole.
Well, surely you'd make your house next to it.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
I definitely could. I think you're right that more water is better. It doesn't sound like it's worse.
Oh, we've got him. Yes.
But saying that you're dehydrated before you're thirsty, like how stupid do you think the human brain is?
Jordan,
Quite.
should we get
Very.
into the?
Are you serious?
It's about survival.
Yes.
It's like saying you need food before you're hungry.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
It's probably true.
So not true.
I think we should get to the Popper One question of the week
Oh,
early.
I may or may not have one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, damn.
I was too busy coming up with my Pokemon for later.
Oh, we're going
And
to
because
do
I've
a
been
bit
in
of
Melbourne.
Pokemon Shark Tank later on the podcast. One of our favorite segments to do.
It is good. Jordan, you said you went to Melbourne.
Yeah.
How was that?
That was very good. So yeah, I went to Melbourne for a Smash Bros tournament. Kind of got sponsored by the runner of the tournament, Hayes and Kanga.
Oh, did you win?
No, I did not win.
Yeah, I already
I did
knew.
not win. Although I did beat the guy who won in a money match, so kind of won.
Who
in a
won?
weird way? Ghost,
Okay.
Steve.
Yep.
Was
Also-
the money for all of the tournament winnings?
What?
The money match.
Like the money match?
No.
Well, then
It was
you
for
didn't,
$5.
You didn't technically win then.
I got the
You
$5.
said, so I technically won. No.
I mean, no, he definitely won by getting sponsored to go over. Like, that's the
Yeah.
real winning.
Yeah, no,
here.
it was a great tournament. It was like a tournament crossed with like a gaming like expo, like like PAX or something.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what it's called in other places, but it was like two things merged into one like big thing, which was pretty awesome.
Dude, it's good to have an expo instead of an expose in the Smash community every now and then.
But Steve's banned now. Fun fact in
Yep.
Australia. After that, but he won the tournament with Steve, and
You
then
gotta
got
After
banned.
this tournament.
Yeah, it was
Oh, you
like
gotta
the
pick the
grand
timing
finale.
better.
That's great. That's actually pretty poetic.
Yeah.
I heard. So I did the stream the other day, and there's like a few people who follow the Smash scene who would come on my stream, and they said that someone was just complaining, saying it was the worst top 8 they've ever seen.
It
Just the
was so
characters.
bad. It was the one time that I've been, because I used to go to majors a lot back in the day, and the crowd gets pretty rowdy for like the top 8. It's
Yeah.
like the states are all versing each other. I actually heard no cheering. There was actually nothing other than one set. It was because there were two Steves in the top 8, and
No, there was someone
Kinda killed
listed
it.
all 8 to me, and I was like, bro.
Oh, DD, who used to be a Wario man.
Oh, yeah, he
who
plays
I
Kazuya
love
now.
watching. Plays Kazuya.
I think was there a Pikachu?
there was a pick. Oh,
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know if they're
get
in
that
top
shit
8.
out.
Yeah, but,
I can't remember because I
Yeah.
didn't watch all of it, because they had, which was pretty sick, a VIP area at this tournament with free alcohol. So
Who else was the VIP apart from you?
there's some other people. I don't know. It was like people who work there, like staff. All
No,
the
he was just getting maggoted in the corner.
all the
just-
Kanga people got in, like Ghost and
They've just given
Jay
Jordan
Dizzle.
a bottle of vodka and they're like, look, you're in your little VIP area, have fun.
So yeah, I was in there for a lot of it, just watching the crowd just sitting there like stunned fish as Steve's battled it out. But
Bro, maybe we do need to ban Steve and Kazuya and all them. It's making people make some dark choices. Poppet like 2 weeks ago was like, I love Smash. I love the game so much. I'm going to make videos on it again. And now he's like fucking getting drunk instead of watching top 8.
yeah, look, there was a lot of people just not watching top 8, which was a bit sad. But other than that, it was a very, very good experience. And like the Australian Smash scene crowd is very, very good, very cool.
Heard you went a bit crazy at the after parties as well.
I mean, not me specifically, but
Or like everyone.
everyone. Yeah, it was cool. It was
Got
like
any good stories?
not really one that I could say on the podcast.
Oh, come on, just a
That's
tease.
the kind of story that you do.
I'll just say that it was very, very funny because like the Australian Smash scene now is like, I'd say a bit, I don't know, cooler maybe than back in the day. So like we're at like a bar for the after party, and there were like just 5 of the Smashers are all like getting girls' numbers at the bars and stuff, and like going clubbing, and they're like hooking up with. It was just like a very funny, rowdy
Yeah.
time of like the after parties where all like 30 people are all just going to like a club, all Smashers.
Yeah.
But then it was actually like people were like getting down, getting about it.
Get jiggy.
Getting jiggy
Riz,
with it.
the Riz
The
Smashers.
Riz, yeah. Oh, I heard that word a lot.
Dude, people love that word now. I don't know.
The
I think,
Riz.
like that really came up in Twitch recently. I think like
Should have seen Jay Rizzo at the club.
that
Is
sounds
that a
amazing.
purely Australian term?
No.
That
no.
comes from like Twitch
Twitch.
culture, like PA,
Ah.
Sanat and stuff really popularized it, I
Yeah, yeah.
Where does it come from?
think. Charisma.
Oh,
cool.
Yeah, most people
charisma.
don't actually know that, but
I didn't
yeah,
know
it's shortening for you got charisma, you know, it's because that's how you
Yeah.
get. But it's in the context of getting girls.
Nice.
Wait, how did Jay Dizzle not win the tournament?
Well, Steve.
Oh, that's lame.
He
He's
also-
been popping off at the
Oh, he's been absolutely
international
killing it. He
tournaments.
beat, he's beaten like top 20, 30 players in the world overseas now, which is pretty cool.
And then comes home, Steve.
Yeah, literally, it was so sad. There was a local before the tournament. It's like, oh, Jadis was back. And then there was Ghost and then Jix is the other really good Steve. And at the local, Jix just like 3-stocked J Dizzle with Steve. And I was like, oh boy. And yeah, it's a whole thing. But
That's pretty funny.
Steve's gone now, at least from
I feel like
Australia.
they always say like, oh, if he's so good, then why don't you pick him and play him? And then they were like, people were like, all right then. And now they did do it, and it was boring.
Same
and
thing
happened
happened with Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
well, Ghost literally, who won the tournament, picked up Steve because he was like, this character should be banned.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you. And he's ever since he's picked up Steve, he has not lost a major tournament.
Ghost is
So he's kind of the new best player in Australia.
That's funny.
Ghost has always done that though. He's always picked up the most broken character.
Yeah, he
because,
played Bayo in Smash 4.
Yeah, he played Bayo and he played me Brawler when they were starting to do good stuff in Ultimate.
Yeah.
Like, when he
Absolute Smash hustler, you know?
He
Just-
is.
yeah.
He's like, I would say, for those who don't know Ghost, I would say he's the best Smash Bros overall player in Australia because he was like top 2 in Wii U. Currently, he's best in Ultimate over J Dizzle. And then he played Brawl back in the day and
he
was
can
really
s-
good
He
too.
can swap between characters like very easily, so he's obviously got very good fun.
He's a beast.
You know when there's someone that's like really good, but when they don't play their character, you're like, are you in a fucking coma? Yeah.
That's me now.
What if you don't play Game,
Game and Watch? Yeah, I don't have my
Game
up
and
the
Watch is
outer
when you're
shield.
in the coma. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I called Jordan out for like a clip of his
I saw that.
I saw that too.
It was like I literally watched one of your matches, and there was like a 20-second sequence that I thought was funny enough to post on Twitter and put you on blast. And then it was only from one match. I'm sure there was lots
yeah.
of others with Game and Watch.
Just the down smashing when they're nowhere near you is the
Just
classic.
hoping for the
like
best.
2 standing grabs and they're like behind Jordan. Then he down smashes, rolls, down smashes, does like a spot dodge, and then he does a final roll and gets rolled by Inkling.
Dies because I
dies.
couldn't mash. I kept dying at like 80% from Inkling's roll. Look, I'm rusty, okay?
Yeah, but dude, that's when you get paid to go to the tournament, you no longer need to win prize
Yeah.
money.
But yeah, no, it was fun. Other than top 8, it was a great time.
What
And-
did you finish?
Oh, like 17th or something.
Oh, okay.
I copped a pretty rough bracket, I will say. But
that's good.
yeah.
Oh, bad seating. Oh, yeah.
No, it actually was. He lost to DD and Rays.
Right.
Oh, that's pretty tough for
Yeah,
17.
Yeah.
Rays was like in losers hell early, and then
Yeah.
Jordan copped him. So
Yeah.
So, yeah, losing to 2 people in top 8, you know, it is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
What are you
Anyway.
going to do, mate?
So,
Oh, that's
do
fun.
anything else in Melbourne? Or you just fly there, fly home.
Yeah, that was kind of it. I drank a lot and then I was like, oh my God, this is terrible once I got back home. I got back home and I slept for 12 hours.
Yeah.
I was so dead.
I remember that experience of Majors. Coming home,
Yeah.
I would have like a 24-hour sleep.
It's literally
because
what
You
happened.
don't sleep.
Yeah, because we were at a club. Like I never go clubbing. We were at a club till 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
I haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah, me either.
I don't think I could do it anymore.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Actually, maybe you wouldn't be surprised. I was going to say in the right situation with the right people, I'll do it, but you don't seem to care what other people do.
Yeah, I just don't really. I wouldn't push myself to do that anymore. I
Jackson,
just go
I reckon
home.
the Smashers would get you. They're
be
pretty
fair-
good at peer pressure and like.
Yeah, but I'm not very.
you don't
I'm
see him too
very
often.
resistant to peer pressure now. I'm
be
very good against
But
it.
you don't see him that often, do you?
Yeah, that's true. But I
the
don't know if
one-
any of my friends
Yeah.
are really there anymore, or are they?
No, they're there.
They're
A few people do on and stuff. But 5 a.m. there is like 2 a.m. here. So,
Ah,
it
so
wasn't
it's all good.
as bad. But yeah.
True.
Oh, the jet lag life hack. They think you're some mad lad staying up late.
I
and
just
you're
kept my time. Yeah.
Smart.
Never adjust.
Sleeping in, you're just like, yeah, I live the high life. Really,
Yeah,
you're like,
pretty much.
following Andrew Hooverman's routine at home. Like,
Just yeah, because there's a 3-hour difference.
That's a pretty big difference.
It is.
So you go to BAM?
Nah, probably not.
No.
Unless someone wants to pay.
Jackson, did I hear that you said you go
If
to
I-
BAM?
if I don't go
no,
to.
we need back.
Oh,
backup
yeah.
information here. So we are planning to go to a Smash tournament for an
Yeah.
Underdogs video,
Mm-hmm.
where we go to this monthly tournament, and it'll just be like, I don't know, it'll be fun. I think it'll be interesting to watch. We might get trounced. You guys might do well. Who knows?
I'm getting trounced.
Jackson said that he would go to BAM if he doesn't go O2.
Are you just gonna throw? I
And
reckon.
then I deleted my Twitter. So
Did you?
Yeah.
I saw someone reply to that being like, guys, we have to throw to Jackson so he goes to BAM.
Yeah.
You're going to run into someone, they're just going to start running off the stage immediately.
If we've got some sponsors that want to get involved in that, my plight to BAM, that would be nice. But I don't think so. Anyone want
mean-
to sponsor an O2?
So you're saying if I go O2 and if someone pays for me to go, I'll go to BAM?
No, I have to not go O2, so
Oh,
that I've got
right,
a bit
okay.
of, as they
Oh,
say,
yes.
riz on the sticks.
Why don't the boys go to BAM? We can make multiple videos from BAM, and
I would like to go to BAM
Underdogs will fly you over.
because I find it fun to go to tournaments, but I don't want to
What do
play.
you mean Underdogs will? That's all our
That's
money.
just
You can't
us.
just say that.
Yeah.
Underdogs will pay, boys. Don't worry. Hang on.
You can't just
I'm
do that,
Underdogs.
Zach. What it is- okay, we need to take the company card away from Zach.
No, it
Goes
just
to
means
dinner with Maddie. Underdog will pay for this one, babe. You don't have that power.
Oh, but he does, Peter. Oh, but he does.
I'm like going out buying some crazy expensive Lego. I don't know. I thought a Lego. Don't worry, Papa One's paying. It's like, hang on, that's me.
That's me. Looking in the mirror. Why did you spend all that money?
what I mean is the videos will hopefully, and maybe we need a sponsor or something, they'll pay for the trip.
Yeah.
So then we get a free trip and we just need to film ourselves.
I also want to go to the footy, so it's kind of a bit of an interesting one.
Jackson goes to the footy now. That's a good video
No,
idea.
that's
I'll have a
No,
look.
all of
Fun-ass
us like
video.
go to the footy.
No,
I don't want to go to the footy.
That's an Underdogs video.
You don't want to go to the footy?
Nah.
Underdogs to the
As
footy.
if.
Yeah, it goes for too long.
We
Live
should
sport's
streak.
so fun.
We
That's
should
true.
drink. We should
No, I
drink.
said streak.
No, we should drink. And then streak.
And then streak.
yeah.
You guys could streak. It's a pretty
Thanks.
big fine, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
Underdogs will pay. That's right. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Underdogs will pay the fine,
Wouldn't want to
boys.
ruin their grass when your hog fucking rubs
Yeah,
against
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's like a big
Rake.
like a trowel, like a big rake.
Because I have a
talking
famously
about?
long and sharp cock that would
Yeah.
just destroy the grass.
Such a deep trench the players would trip.
We had a good run on the monetization on this one. We made it, 15 minutes in, and now...
Is that all you have to do?
That's what they should do. They should you get part of the video monetized.
But they changed it.
They did. That's actually pretty
They
topical.
changed what?
They removed like most of the swearing rules. Now
Really?
it's just at the very start you can't do like F-bombs or you can't like continuously. And
Wow.
something else like swears in the title or like not
That's
as
the
bad
same.
swears.
No, the title's the same, but
Oh
like...
yeah, it can't be title or first 7 seconds. But before it was like I think it was like since November we started getting demonetized way more, and then I think they went back on their.
Yeah, sure.
They like
That's kinda good.
tightened down on it, then they went back on it.
Loosened.
And good old YouTube.
No word on the C word yet.
On if we
that
can
it
or
means
can't.
they didn't say that it's fine.
We can find out right now.
No. Why don't you do that on your channel, Jordan?
Coom.
That one's all right.
Should we get
Should we
onto the
say it?
Pokemon? No.
Let's do it. Should we say the word?
Let's say the word.
No.
3,
Don't
2.
do it. Cupboard.
Yes, we should do Pokemon Shark Tank.
What the fuck?
That's sick.
These are the This is not the vibe.
Why is it so
I wanted.
this is
upbeat?
sick.
It's so
These
are the
upbeat. This is
Pokemon.
great. Remixes that.
This
Is that
is,
the Pokemon Let's Go one?
It's the Heart Gold Soul Silver. So
No,
it
get
must
the
be when
original. The
you-
original's way spookier.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Dun.
Welcome to. Oh wait. These are the Sharpedos. The 3 other Sharpedos will pitch their new Pokemon. And this is Sharpedo Tank. And will they like the Pokemon or will they not? We're all coming up with new Pokemon. That's the thing.
Vote in the comments what your favorite Pokemon is in the Sharpedo tag.
Sharpedo tag.
Yeah, that's it.
That was awesome, dude.
Would
That gets me in the
anyone
mood.
like to go first? Let's do the worst one first.
Ooh.
Ooh, Jordan, you're up.
So, can I not go? I don't know if I did it right.
Can I go first?
I don't know if I did it.
You
Yeah.
did it right. This is the 3rd time doing it.
Yeah, but I don't know what we needed to do. You said something about stats, which I didn't do.
No,
Oh, that doesn't really matter.
Jackson said he wants to go first, so let's go. Let Jackson go first.
I want to go first
Yeah.
because I got 3. I could do 1 and we could come back to
No,
me.
just get them all. It's all right, attention whore.
Nah,
Get
I
out of it.
want to hear. It's a bit of a
Attention
trio.
Yeah, you're like, I can take my turn, then you can take your turn, then I can take my turn.
Well,
and
I
then-
just don't want to hog. It was actually the opposite of being an
No,
attention.
I don't know
whore.
about that one.
I want to just, you have one, you have a turn.
Hope you guys are excited for Pokemon Shark Tank, by the way. Hope you like Pokemon.
Right.
And Shark Tank.
And this Pokemon. Right, so I've come up with a musical trio.
Wow.
Oh, yes. I'm slapping yes.
The first Pokemon is Baritone.
Love it.
Mix of bear and baritone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not going to be like a tenor, is it? And an alto and a soprano?
No.
Spoilers.
No, it's not like that. Right, you want the Pokedex entry first?
Yes.
Yep.
Baritone hunts using his beautiful voice to lure in his victims into a false sense of security. If you hear a beautiful baritone voice, you might be hearing Michael Bublé attracting a mate, or it could be a deadly baritone.
So he's like a grizzly bear.
Is that yours? That's really funny.
He'll suck you in with his sweet talk, but then
Grizzly
he's a
bear.
bad
He
bear.
might need to be in the decks, Grizzly Bear. So he's a slow physical attacker and he's a dark type. And his ability, Lull, it lowers the opponent's speed by 1 stage.
When he comes in, like
When he comes
Intimidate.
in.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
That's
That's
sick.
powerful.
So he tries to like just gets them a bit safe, feeling a bit safe.
And it hits
Yeah.
both of them.
Hits everyone on the field if
That's
you're
fucked
playing
up for
doubles.
competitive.
Even your own teammate?
Even your own teammate.
that's-
Oh,
Everyone's
okay,
lulled.
okay.
I like it.
Controversial.
Yeah.
So he's, that's good.
Should I just go through all 3 of them? Or do I have to expand more on it? Because I don't have evolution, so it's kind of a bit
No, that's
different.
cool. So this is like, is it a legendary trio or is it just...
Yeah, so I was going to see what you guys think. I don't know if it is a legendary
maybe
trio.
version exclusives?
Oh, I like
So
it.
you get one in each version and it's like
the bear does not seem legendary enough.
No, I don't think any of these are legendaries.
yeah,
it's
it-
kind of like the what are the 3 monkeys that no one cares about except
Oh,
people care about.
Pansage, Panseer,
Yeah,
and...
Huh?
You can have like single stage Pokemon.
yeah.
Like,
I just think single
that are
stage.
just a
We don't
trio.
have any single.
Just a
we
single
got-
stage trio.
They can be mythical, like the Keldeo, Cobalion.
Yeah, that's a good
Terrakion.
idea. Rather than, and I was thinking about Miletta as well. Is it Miletta?
Oh wait,
Meloetta, yeah.
they could be like
Meloetta.
the Ultra Beasts, but they're Ultra Beats.
That's
good.
pretty sick. All right, the next one,
Yep.
Orchestra.
Oh,
we've,
very
already
nice.
we've already got Squawker though. Have we filled the Orca? You know Peter's
Oh,
Squawker?
no, we can have 2 orcas.
There can be
Okay.
multiple... I mean, there's multiple dogs.
Yeah,
Ooh.
the orca Pokemon.
Multiple Orcas in the same version though.
All right. His ability is Symphonic Heaven. All Pokemon on the field have a boost to their special attack when this Pokemon is sent out. So it's a lot of type sort of.
Ah, so they come out and they play a song like a bard.
Yes, and people are enjoying
Oh.
it. Everyone's special attack is boosted. I had a lot of doubles in mind when I wrote these Pokemon.
This actually has reminded me a lot of the legendary quartet from the newest version because they all have abilities that like lower the stats of everything on
Sure,
the field.
yeah.
So like,
Wait,
you know,
which is there's
what
a
quartet is it?
yeah, they're the, like you probably wouldn't have seen them. They're not shown, and if you didn't finish Scarlet and Violet, you wouldn't have seen them.
Loser.
Yeah, did
Well,
not.
that's me
But
as
like,
well.
there's one that's really good special attacker. It lowers the special offense of everything on the field,
That's hype.
which is it's like you
Are
know,
they actually a quartet though? Like
that's
they
what they're
play
called.
instruments?
No.
Oh no, they're like the Chun-Li.
yeah, they're the Chinese
Yep.
things.
Oh, they were sick.
I
Right.
think.
Oh, go on.
Oh, can I have a quick suggestion?
Yeah, of course.
I like the stat lowering things, but what if I was thinking if we're for when we make our Pokemon game,
Yeah.
obviously
When we make it.
they've got weather, they've got terrain. What if we came up with like their music's playing?
That's pretty
It's
sick.
like
It's a
jazz.
Yeah.
Jazz music boosts everyone's special attack.
Like
and
jazz
it's like-
music flows onto the battlefield,
Yeah.
and it
Ooh,
changes the
that's
music in the
good.
game, and they're like,
that is really hype.
And your first one is like a ballad,
Yeah.
like a love song
Yeah.
ballad, and that's lowering everyone's speed because it's like calming music. It's like loving.
Oh, and then this one, the orchestra is kind of
Yeah, so
classical.
it lasts like
That's
5
hype.
turns.
I like this a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
So same effect, but
I like this. A Pokédex entry. Orchestra has the musical capacity of Beethoven and uses beautiful classical compositions of past eras to create peace within its seas. It is rumored that a pod of orchestras can cure the oil spills created by local perries.
I love that.
And that is a bulky special sweeper and a fairy type.
For those who
We
don't
could
know,
invent-
Perry was my
Oh, yeah, the oil
my-
spill Pokemon.
Yeah, my dolphin Pokemon
Oil
that
spill dolphin.
was
Pokemon.
it was constantly covered in oil and
it
was
was
setting
on
itself on
fire.
fire, but
If
it
it went out of
constantly
the water, it was on fire.
it was constantly blowing out the fire with
Yeah.
its blowhole water.
It was
This is
a mess.
Sorry, this is a detour, but for Perry, it was a fire and water type. I would like to suggest that Perry is a water poison type because of the oil, and then it changes to a fire poison. And then it changes to a water poison every turn.
Yeah, it
Pulls
keeps
itself out.
alternating.
'Cause that's
Yeah,
how you
I like that.
described it. You said it was like covered in oil, then it puts itself out, then it catches on fire, then it like
I like
so it could
that.
change
That's
each turn.
perfect. That's perfect.
And then it would get like signature moves like oil spill, poison.
I can't believe we made Kiana draw these fucking abominations. I feel
Perry's so
bad.
good.
It's like we're doing a collaborative podcast with a professional artist who works in a great company. It's like draw a dolphin on fire. It's like what?
And make sure they look concerned.
and covered in oil.
By the way, he's named after Katy Perry.
Hot and
No
cold.
fucking reason.
Hot and cold.
Oh, that's right.
It's like yeah, all right. Anyone else want to come on the pod?
Oh,
I'm
so
loving
good.
these Pokemon
Right,
decks.
the last one, Hippo Hop, like hip hop.
Ooh.
Has there been
Isn't
a hippo?
it already
Yeah,
a
Hippowdon.
Pokemon called
Hippoudon.
No,
Hippopotamus.
What's that little green thing?
There's so
Hip-hop.
many green things. Oh, hop hip.
Hop hip.
Hip.
So close.
I was
Yeah,
worried
maybe
it was a
there's
little bit close to that.
There's fucking not Galarian, but a regional form of hop hip. That's hip hop.
Hip hop.
Hip hop.
Well, now we've got this musical thing. We could add that as a
And it evolves
variant.
into
Maybe hip hop evolves into hippo.
Hippo hop. It's a bit of a confusing name, but anyway. Hippo hop is able to lay down some of the fattest beats in the blank region. I don't know what region we are. Scientists struggle to research these creatures as the melodic grooves make it nearly impossible to concentrate. So we don't know
They're
much
just like
about hippo hop.
Vibing out.
You
They could
can't
be
help but
dead.
just a groove.
Ooh.
I like that.
What type is hippo hop?
So he's ground psychic at this point.
Ooh.
I was thinking, now this is a hot take, we add a sound type. Because these all are sound type, and this would add to that new thing that we've
Yeah.
added. But it might be a bit complicated.
It does sound complicated.
All right, we can uncomplicate it. What is sound good against? Sound good against psychic because they can't concentrate on their spells.
I like the
Well,
sound
you got to
is
think about balance, right? Like,
Yeah.
like it's got to be good against the types that are already really good.
good against fairy then. Fuck it.
Dragons don't care about sound.
Yeah.
Well,
Confirmed.
why don't we make normal type better? Normal type resists sound.
See, the problem is
'Cause they're
I'd,
like-
Ooh.
I'd have steel resisting sound, but steel already resists everything.
No, steel gets amplified by sound.
Ooh.
They're like vibrations.
Which
What-
way do you go? Maybe they're weak to each other. That's
That's
a
why
hype
all
matchup.
instruments are made out of metal because they resonate better. So steel would actually be more affected than
All
other
music.
things.
Oh, summer. Yes.
Because it's got such a like hard structure. That's why things can like vibrate.
Yeah. Okay.
through it.
Okay.
Oh, and his ability was Dilla Delight. Opponents attempting to use status moves will fail, like Taunt, but it's the ability.
Cool.
So they can't concentrate on using
So
status
you can
moves.
only use attacking moves when the hip hop's playing.
Yeah.
That's OP.
Yeah.
Oh, that should maybe be heavy metal playing. You can only attack.
That's good. Yeah, and he was a speedy mixed attacker.
I love that.
Nice.
There you go. That's
Very
the
cool.
That's the trio, whatever they may be.
A fast hippo just vibing out.
Yeah, he's just
That's gonna
chilling.
be hard to beat.
All right.
Looks pretty good.
Well, we'll see.
Jordan's come right.
I'll come
in.
next.
Speaking of this, here's the first legendary.
Oh, by the way,
That's not
guys,
legendary.
and anyone in the audience, if you do want to have a go at drawing these, we'll retweet those out. If you do want to just give us a tag
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
at Underdogs group, at
Yes.
Underdogs group.
Yep.
And I'll give them a retweet on the account if you do want to do it, no matter how bad it might be or good. So don't feel like you can't do it because you're not good enough.
Because what we were thinking is potentially turning this into a real life video where we do Pokemon Shark Tank like our Shark Tank videos, and it's more in depth and like we explain each Pokemon more. In the end goal of eventually we'll have thought of enough Pokemon to have a full dex.
Yeah. And then we'll, I don't know, pay someone to make it into a real game.
That would be
That's a pipe
crazy.
dream, though.
That would
That's
be
insane.
crazy.
Well, I was surprised at how many we had. You showed me the list. We
There's like-
have got quite a
We
few
got
now.
like 25.
Damn.
Gotta think of the starters at some point.
I always think about as lines as like one Pokemon, but like it counts as three if it's a three
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah.
I feel like Monstera could have been a starter if you just had one more form to it because that was only a 2-stage, right?
We could work on that. It was 2 stage.
We could add a baby version of that and have Monstera. Anyway.
Oh, that's sick. I love that. All right, Jordan.
All right.
Starter,
So-
legendary. What have we got here?
We've got just one you see around. I don't know what they're
A
called.
Route 1 sort of thing.
Route 9, I would say.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Jordan. But I just did a quick think of what could be the baby form
I can
of
see him just so
Propagator.
down thinking.
So Propagator, if you weren't there, was a grass propagation crocodile.
Yeah,
Snapling.
that's great.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
For the
that is
first
A
one.
good.
little croc,
Yeah, little tiny
baby
and then a
croc.
Snapling propagator monster.
Oh, so sick.
Unbelievable.
I'm going to coom.
All right.
Well,
Well,
speaking of sick ideas, Route
yeah,
9.
yeah. This is a bit of a lesson. Just like how don't do and don't do it was a bit of a lesson for the children.
Oh, good.
This
Starting
might
strong.
be like missing no. You can only hack it in this Pokemon.
no. I thought it was a bit of a lesson. This Pokemon's called Stud. And it's a normal type Pokemon.
Stud.
Yeah, Stud.
STUD.
Yeah, I think that's what. Yeah. Well, I guess I made it up. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you don't have to I guess. It's up to you, mate.
And so just to tell you what it looks like, it's the shape of a trophy. Like, but the arms is like really buff.
All right.
And
Okay.
for legs, it's got a bunch of like medals. Like
Medals?
gold medals.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
And that's how it like rolls and walks around. So
That's a very funny image. Keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
But like, does like drag itself along with the metal legs?
it like rolls on the medals.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And they can move. It's like its legs. Anyway,
Yep.
it's a buff Pokemon.
It's a buff trophy.
So Stud, the
Stud.
buff Pokemon.
yeah.
Yep.
This Pokemon is so buff and works very hard.
Listen up, kids.
Studs have been known to acquire more medals by winning academic competitions at local high schools. And students sometimes will use studs to complete their homework because they're just so academically
So
invested.
it's saying if you do better in school, you'll become buff.
Wait, are they academic and buff?
Yeah, they're
Oh
a
my
stud.
God.
They're a stud.
It's the full package, bro.
What type is it?
Normal type.
No.
Hang on.
Steel fighting.
No, no.
because
It's not your Pokemon.
It's
Okay.
an inspiration. It's an inspirational
Shut up, Zack.
Pokemon.
Anyone can be a stud.
Oh,
It's an incredible Pokemon. However, there's a slight defect.
Oh no.
There's a 10% chance every time you give it a potion, it devolves.
To what?
Dud. Now, Dud is a normal / poison type. It has
Right.
now developed an addiction to potions.
Instead of the Pokemon daycare, we have the rehab center where your dud can turn back into a stud.
Yeah, a Dud, it now has turned into a bit of a blob, and it loses its buff arms and things like that. And its stats just go down across the board.
Yep.
Every time you try to use it in battle, there's a 5% chance. It just instead takes one of your potions and drinks it. It's addicted.
I think the flaw here is I'm running dud with an Eviolite because poison gets rid of the fighting weakness. It's a much better type.
But it has no stats.
Yeah, but
its
that's
stats
why
go down.
Eviolite.
And it might drink your Pokemon, your potions.
I don't know about this losing.
Nah.
No,
Stud
no.
has he's got 10 times the stats of Dud.
Dud, the addicted Pokemon.
Yes.
Duds are Pokemon once thought to have a lot of potential. However, they now think about nothing other than how they're going to drink their next potion. Duds are the only Pokemon consistently found in Pokemon prison due to their desperation to do naughty things to get their potion fix.
Naughty.
And that is a bit of a lesson for all the children at home.
Wow.
However, if you, like an egg, if you take 25,000 steps without it drinking a potion, it evolves back into stud.
That's
Damn.
how you evolve it, by walking around with it.
So you just can't
Without it
use
drinking any
items.
So
potion.
instead of having like a 12-step rehabilitation process, it's got a 25,000
Yeah,
step
yeah.
one. Yeah.
And if it doesn't have a potion during that time, it
can you
it evolves back into a stud.
Just give it another type as stud.
No, Zach.
Nah,
Zach, it's
normal.
not your Pokemon.
Zach.
No,
Shut
because then
up.
you can't
Get
have
your turn.
you can't have a trifecta of types. So it's normal poison when
Yeah,
it's
no.
when it's a dud.
He's good. I believe in you.
So there you go. That's stud and dud.
That's great. I love that. What does Dud look like?
The same, but like a blob and skinny little
Does
arms.
he lose all his medals?
It's covering all its medals with its blob, and 2 of the medals are now its arms because
Oh
it's
my
lost
God.
its buff arms.
Yeah, he's like fat, and then they're like going in the love handles.
Yeah.
The
That's
medals.
cool. They're like stuck
Yeah.
in there. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's like eating the medals.
Ooh.
I like that.
Oh, all right. Are you done?
Yeah, that's it.
You
Are you
mind
sure?
if I go next? 'Cause mine's
Yeah,
pretty
I'm
bad.
done. I'm done.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah, mine's pretty stupid.
Oh no. Okay.
All right. What do you guys think we need more of in Pokemon?
Electric
Dud,
types.
studs.
Space, things in space.
Lessons, actually. Oh, no, never mind. So
Close.
we've
I've got that
lots of
covered.
lessons.
Horse types.
Astronauts.
You already did that.
No. Toilet humor.
Oh.
Okay.
Jordan's interested, the poo man.
Allow me to introduce you to Fartvark.
Like
Man,
Aardvark?
mine is so serious, and we've got Fartvark.
All right. This Pokemon finds it incredibly hard to find friends due to its constant flatulence. Unfortunately for local trainers, it is extremely fast and hard to avoid. Whether the gas release increases its speed is still unknown.
Oh, that's a good dex entry.
So it's a Aardvark that farts.
What's an aardvark?
It's like it's hard. It looks a bit like an anteater. It's a African little mammal thing. That,
I thought it was an
Is they
anteater.
going to evolve into arse eater?
no. It's a poison ground type because Aardvarks do a bit of burrowing and it smells bad.
Yeah.
Hence the poison type. And its
Nice.
ability is Stench, which is already an ability in the game.
Nice.
Stench.
Ooh.
Now, what I've done with this one, it has 2 different possible evolutions.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Guys sound more
Oh
excited.
my
Don't
God.
you guys want to know what Fartvark can evolve
yeah,
into?
tell me.
Shartvark.
No, I didn't. That one was left on the cutting room floor. All right, we have
Shouldn't have been.
so it has a signature move.
Yep.
To do with farting.
Yeah.
If you reach a certain level.
Yep.
With that move, it'll evolve into one of the forms, and if you forget that move and then level up, it'll evolve into its other form.
Like that.
When a fartvark is determined to stay clean, it becomes so obsessed with disinfecting that it evolves into an armadetol.
That's
Ooh.
good.
Wow.
Armadetol will always give you an uncomfortable amount of hand sanitizer that takes a few minutes to rub in.
That's
You guys
amazing.
ever been there? You know, you
Yes.
just have that too
Yeah.
much and you're trying, it just doesn't go away.
Is Dettol only Australian, by the way? Or
I think it's
it's
a-
a hand sanitizer brand.
No, I
just for
don't think
pe-
it's
for
I
people
think
who
it's
don't know.
worldwide.
So that's like armadillo.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is like, it's part water type, water poison, because it's just so moist, covered in Dettol all the time.
Yes. Love things that are
It's
moist.
very yucky. And it has the damp ability, which is already in the game. However, if you level it up with its farting move, it will evolve into a pangolin.
I don't know the
Go-
animal that's
a
based on.
pangolin.
Ah,
Cool.
Who?
What is a
What are these?
pangolin?
You're making up
A
animals.
pangolin, it's a really cool animal. You should look it up.
Pangolin.
You guys know what a pangolin looks like? It's
I
a
thought
You
thing.
gotta
Yeah.
look it up,
Before.
Zach.
It looks,
Pangolin.
it's like a armor-plated looking armadillo type thing.
pangolin. Sounds very Chinese. Is it Chinese?
It's
Alright.
Asian and African.
Just
There you go.
because I know we got our audio listeners, I'll
Oh,
perfectly
wow.
describe a pandolin. It is like an ankylosaurus dinosaur. It's got lots of scales on it, like a big lizard, and it kind of looks like an anteater, and it's a bit of a pine cone as well.
I
They're
can't
really
believe
cool
that's
looking.
real.
They're really cool.
It
looking.
looks like
Pictures that?
it looks like a genuine dinosaur.
Yeah, it's kind of
Not
crazy.
that I need it because you had a good description.
And that's
oh
like a
wow,
mammal too.
that's
It's
really cool.
They're very cool. So that is poison steel type because of its armor plating.
Nice.
Its hard armor plating covering its body is great at protecting it from attacks, but is incredibly difficult to keep clean. Because of this, it constantly smells of its own droppings. A herd of pangolin can cause a small town to temporarily evacuate.
Oh, mate.
So its ability is, I'm not going to touch that. Where physical attacks have a 30% chance to miss.
That's good. That's
Because
good.
nobody wants to touch the pangolin because it smells really bad.
30% chance.
Just physical attacks. So special
Oh.
attacks will still hit because you don't need to
Okay.
get too close to it.
That's
Man.
fantastic.
Should it just be moves that make contact? Wait, is that what you mean?
That's what
or
physical
you-
would
I
take.
know it's been physical. No, I mean
Oh,
physical.
physical.
The meta in our game is going to be fucked.
Yeah, we have some pretty wild
There's a
abilities.
lot going on.
Yeah, so that is
That's sick. I like that.
Fartvark, Pangolin,
Wait,
and Armadetol.
Sorry, what type was Armadetol?
It
Poison
was,
steel, wasn't it?
No, water
Oh,
poison
sorry.
because it's so
Water
damp.
poison.
Water poison.
He's a
So
little
it's
wet
not
boy.
steel. So
No,
that
it doesn't
have
get the
armor.
armor plating, the Armadetol.
Oh, it's
I
really
thought
good.
it might be fairy.
Nah.
I like yours, Pete.
Thanks, man.
I
Very
like
that. Yeah, that
different
was
from the
amazing.
usual ones you bring. You're very good at the Pokemon usually, I think.
Thanks. Well, yeah.
What, this one's shit.
No, but it's very off-brand. I feel
Oh.
like because it's
Well,
very
I-
different.
I was lying in bed last night, hanging out
shitting your
with
pants.
hanging out with Sophie, and I was like, "Is this funny?" And she's just like, "Yeah, if you think so." And I'm just like, "Well, I
Yeah.
find toilet humor funny.
is funny.
I think fart noises are funny, so I'll go with that."
Okay.
Not
That's
very on brand for
amazing.
Pokemon though, but which one of ours
Fantastic.
is?
Yeah.
All right. It is me.
Go to the toilet.
Better fucking not. All right. My first Pokemon is a steel flying type called Fragtail.
Love it.
Like a wagtail bird.
Yeah.
Oh, they're only Australian. You should probably gas people, like clue people in. Sorry.
Wagtails in general, no, I actually,
Really?
'cause I was googling it. Wagtails are all over the world. Willy wagtails are Australian birds.
Who named that?
Willy,
Someone called Willie.
Oh, really?
it's the willy wagtail.
They're so cute.
Wagtail
They
is
are
like
amazing.
a type of bird.
Okay, they're really
Yeah.
cool.
So it's Fragtail. Now, if you think of a wagtail, they're kind of like a bit of a right angle. They have their body and then they have their
Yeah.
tail.
Yep.
So that is an upside down handgun. So they have
Whoa.
like the nozzle as their tail that wags around.
right.
So
Wait, is there any gun Pokemon yet?
No.
The Octillery and
Oh, I
Remoraid were
suppose.
going to be, and then they cancelled it.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's what we're bringing back. There's a bit of an Australian gun bird line.
Australian love guns.
Famous for their guns.
Pokédex
Yeah.
entry. It feeds on whole berries and spits the seeds out of its tail at attackers.
Oh.
So it sort of like
Ooh.
shoots with its tail moving
Oh,
around.
cool.
It evolves into, again, steel flying type called Zookaburra,
That
Oh,
is
very
great.
nice.
based on a kookaburra. Just for our American people, if you don't know what a kookaburra is, it's like a bird that goes like, "Ah!" It laughs.
It's so good. One of my favorite birds.
Good
This
bird.
is Zookaburra. So as you can imagine, this one's tail looks more like the nozzle of a
Bazooka.
Yeah, and then
Clever.
it sits in the trees shooting honky nuts at passers-by and then laughing if they get hit.
That's great. There's so many Australia references. I feel like we got to just tell everyone: honky nuts, eucalyptus,
Yes.
eucalyptus nuts. So
It
yeah,
just is a big nut that would hurt if it hit you.
Honky nuts from eucalyptus trees.
All right, and this is the piece de resistance. Zukabara evolves into the steel ground type, loses its flying type, immunition.
Oh, so
Let's
good.
go.
As soon as you said lose and fly type, I'm like, what's the emu? What's the
Yeah.
emu gonna be?
But
Immunition.
Immunition. So that's kind of what I based the whole thing off, that one name.
That's
'Cause it's
amazing.
Oh, you got ammunition first and worked backwards?
Actually, at first it was going to be a fire flying type,
Right.
which was going to be wait, I forgot the first one. It was
Your
also,
Pokemon?
okay. So at first I had a fire flying,
Right.
which started with Snagtail, which is like
Yeah.
it stole a sausage and
Yeah.
it evolved into cook a burger. then I thought of immunition and I worked backwards and changed the others.
Sure, that's cool.
It is said that a large war took place between immunition and people.
Yes.
So immunitions is kind of a tank, but with emu leg wheel kind of things.
that.
and
Amazing.
on 4 really long stilts.
Wait,
No,
emu leg wheels. Describe that
I
for me.
think it's just an emu-shaped tank with wheels. I don't think it has legs like an emu.
So it's kind
Oh,
of
I was
yeah, I
picturing
like
just
it.
a conventional tank with 4 really spindly long legs
I'm picturing.
Dangling around, like trying to stay up.
running around.
It is the
And
body
it's got a
shape
head on
of
the
an-
end of the cannon.
body shape of an emu,
Yeah.
but with wheels.
Yeah.
And the head of the emu is a gun.
Yeah, like a
Like as
swan.
well.
A swan with wheels.
Yeah.
But
Like-
with an emu.
And it
Now
opens
it-
its mouth and shoots people.
Yeah,
That's
now it
amazing.
shoots out of its mouth. So it is very fast because they can dodge lots of bullets. It's fast, high defense, and special attacking. And it's got a signature move or something that's like a steel type gyro ball.
Cool.
I
I
don't know.
like it.
Gyro Ball is steel type.
But it's sorry, I meant to say that it's
Electro
like,
Ball is fast.
Yeah. I don't know what the signature move is actually, but what I should have said first is that its ability is Sharpshooter, which
Nice.
is the opposite of Bulletproof, but it powers up ball and bomb type moves.
Yep.
1.5 times like Mega Launcher.
Cool.
So like Gyro Ball. What else is a ball?
Shadow
Electro
Ball.
Ball.
Shadow Ball, like Sludge Bomb. You know, that sort of thing.
Cool,
So it's got
I
some
like
good
it.
coverage moves.
Bullet Seed.
Yeah, so you can use Mud Bomb as like a actual strong
Damn.
move.
Stab Mud Bomb.
Ooh.
Meta.
Yep.
You want
And
to cop that?
that is immunition.
Very cool.
That's sick.
We've done well.
We have.
Yeah.
That was some fun Pokemon.
We
I,
always.
I actually
Oh.
have another one though.
Oh,
Because I was
post
like
credits.
brainstorming, I ended up with more ideas.
Yep.
So I'm going to throw this one out as well. Because I feel like if we're making a Pokemon game, it's set in Australia.
Yep. Cool.
That's just what it is. So this is regional form of Kamala.
Cool.
So Kamala is in the Alolan region. If you guys don't know, it is
It's a little
always in
koala, is it?
its ability is comatose.
Yep.
Is that a real Pokemon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like a little koala that's holding a log.
Yep.
And the ability is comatose, which means it's always asleep. Like, and the Pokédex entries are like, it's asleep for its whole life.
Yep.
So regional Kamala, it is awake.
Oh.
It is
Wait,
like, that's
in the game, can this
difference.
Pokemon do nothing?
It
just
can
lets-
still move while asleep. That's
Yeah.
it's like that's its
Oh,
bit, but
okay.
you can't like status
it
it
and stuff.
because it's already got a
And
status.
it
Oh.
can use moves like sleep, talk, and snore.
Oh, that's kind of sick. And like the ones that. Oh no.
It's a
anyway,
good
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
actually
yeah.
a pretty
Yeah,
good ability.
That's OP.
So no, not Galarian, but the Australian regional Kamala
Australarian.
is a fighting type. So it's like the opposite. It's like woken up and it's got all this energy and it's got vital spirit as its ability. So now it can't fall asleep. And it's a fighting type and it like has its log and it throws the log
Yep.
at people instead. So it's just a bit of a menace.
I like that one.
I like
I
it.
don't have a Pokédex entry, but it's a fighting type. And it evolves like the regional ones that get a new evolution
Yep.
into combat.
Yes.
The combat
That's
wombat.
amazing.
It is so it's just wombat with a K,
Yep.
like Kamala combat, and it is a fighting ground type. Mm-hmm. And then now I get the feeling like instead of having the log, now it'll have like a big log hammer or something, And then
Cool.
maybe it can have an ability that powers up hammer moves like wood hammer. I
That'd be
don't know.
cool.
I haven't
I
got
love
that
this.
far. I just thought of combat. Should we get off Pokemon for a bit though and do
Yeah,
Jack's
yeah.
game?
Oh.
We've
Yeah,
been doing
okay.
a lot of
Wait,
gaming talk
just
today.
stall. I'm going to send everyone your character.
Oh god.
So
Oh,
if,
that's
you've seen,
God.
if you've seen Who's Line It Anyway, you would have seen this. But basically, everyone comes to the house party and you're trying to figure out what each other's characters are, and you stay in your character.
And you're not trying to give it away too.
No, you're trying to.
We're acting?
Yeah, you're acting,
Oh,
Jordan.
no.
You can give it away. I feel like you just got to embody the character, and if they figure
Okay.
it out, it's-
So this might not work at all, but we'll try it anyway.
Well, that's why we edit the podcast now.
Okay. Okay.
Just in case. Dude, did you guys see the last podcast? We had this bit at the end and we were like, well, in case it's really bad, we'll say by now. Then Zach's like, no, it's going to be great. And
then
then
it
it
ends.
just ends.
Does it? Oh, we were talking about how it was going to end.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
That's funny.
Come on, Jackson.
Just stall while I send these to you.
Yep, just stalling.
have you guys
Stall.
been working on your diss tracks?
I have been a little bit. And I was thinking, it's hard to do it in a style that I'm happy with. You know what I mean?
So have we probably brought this up at some point.
I mean, we
but
tweeted it.
Yeah, we are writing a diss track about a few smashers and popular YouTubers. And so we've all gone away to write our separate raps, and we're going to see them for the first time today. Not on the podcast though. You're going to have to wait for the real video. For
It's going to take a while to come out because I'm still in the early phases.
Oh,
of
maybe
mine.
maybe we'll give the patrons some.
Oh,
No, but
bit
I
of a
want
tease.
your live reaction though,
Okay.
so we can't spoil it.
We can tell the patrons who we're each dissing. I feel like that's a good little
Oh
tease.
yeah. So I am dissing Choctopus and Mars, my panda boy.
And I'm just saying TC, Nick, and the Beefy Smash dudes.
I've got Vernius and King of Skill.
And Jackson's just throwing it back in our face. He's dissing us.
Yeah, so
He's
it's
like
going to be
the
fun.
final boss.
That's why I asked at the start of the podcast what celebrity King of Skill looks like, because I want to insult his appearance. But he only has
don't
like
know,
3
saying-
photos on Twitter.
Saying that an Asian looks like another Asian might not be the best take.
I wrote a line along those lines down. I was like, I don't think I can leave that in because I was like, I'm saying this like this is so. I don't actually think this. It's just like a stereo. Like, because I feel like when you do something comedy, you have a bit of a license to say some unhinged shit.
Yeah.
But then also, as a YouTuber, you don't want to say too much unhinged shit. Do you know what I mean? So I was like,
Quite the line.
my line was along the lines of like, oh no, you fell off. What will I do? Don't worry, there's 2 billion people who look just like you. And like, that is a hot
Yes,
one.
cancelled.
That is a hot one. It's funny, but it's like, and
I
it's
think that's
so
fine.
It's so ridiculous that I think it's fine.
Yeah, I feel like as long as you can clearly tell you're being stupid.
That's the point. That's
which
what I'm saying.
I would say more that like, what did you say, 2 billion?
Yeah.
I would just say like 10 billion or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then it just seems like it's clearly a joke.
Because like what PewDiePie did in his diss tracks about T-Series was he just kind of insulted all of India, which is ridiculous. And it was so over the top that it was like fine. Like he was like talking about people, not having toilets and having a caste system. That's got nothing to do with T-Series.
Do you know which country King of Skill his heritage is
I have
from,
no idea.
though?
It's probably better if I don't.
Yeah.
Everyone got their characters. I sent
I'm
it to you on
not-
I
I'm
Facebook.
do
not
have my
sure
character.
about this,
I still don't
but-
get what we're doing though.
So basically, we're pretending we're having a dinner party and everyone's arriving, and we're trying to figure out what each other are. It might not work at all, so we might see you on the Patreon.
Okay.
Okay.
Peter can come in first, and just sort of let yourself in as we go.
Party.
All right.
I'll just be myself.
Is anyone...
Wait.
All right. We'll just start.
Are you here?
Don't ask too many questions. We'll just work it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of the point of it. You don't have too much context. Anyway.
And just lean into it and be silly. All right. Come in.
Oh, g'day, mate. How
Hey.
you doing?
Hey,
how
how
you
are you?
doing? Finally got the bloody kids away and got out. Am I right?
Yeah.
You get it, right?
I don't have kids, but I think I understand what you're talking
yeah,
about.
I mean, you're not really missing out on too much.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, if I were you,
Yeah.
I could just stay on the course all day, play some golf,
Oh, yeah.
see the boys,
I
go
do
to the
like golf.
pub.
Yeah.
Oh my god, living the dream over here, mate.
Oh, hang on. I'll just leave you right there. Just talk
sorry.
to yourself. Hey, come in.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, good. How are
Hey,
you?
Yeah, really good, really good. Oh, hey, what was your name? Sorry, I don't think
Barry,
we've met. Oh, hey,
don't you see my
Barry.
name tag? It's on my shirt, on the back of my shirt, number 62.
No.
Barry.
No, I think we're meant to know each other in this context, but like
Where
I
is-
just didn't know what name you chose.
No, you don't know each other.
Oh,
Zach,
hi,
you're shit at this
hi,
improv.
hi, Barry.
thing.
Nice to meet
what,
you.
what kind of improv move is that? Yeah, it's fantastic to meet you, lovely lass.
What can I get you guys to drink?
I wasn't meant to be a girl.
Come in.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Bit thirsty. Do you have any drinks for me to have?
Yeah, what do you guys want to drink? What? What's wrong?
It's okay. No, never mind.
Do I look like some kind of pussy? A beer.
Oh, I can get you a beer. What can I get you?
Oh, what's what's the best thing you got? Can I have that?
Jesus.
We've got beer only,
like-
unfortunately. Do you want one of them?
My
You
man.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
You don't have anything better?
What else did you have in mind?
I don't know, maybe a bit of whiskey or something.
I will have a beer.
I feel it's only funny if you know what the characters are.
I'm so dumb.
I am losing
Also, mine was bad for an audio.
Yeah, I just realised that. Oh.
Yeah, audio listeners, Jordan is winking at Jackson.
I'm just gonna say wink when I say.
Say wink. Okay, so what do you guys want to eat?
You know what? Anything that I can kind of have while I'm sitting down at the TV.
You want to sit at the TV?
Yeah, because I want to see the games on tonight.
What game?
What game?
Yeah,
Hey,
what game?
mate, just stay up here with the boys. Wink.
Oh, Barry, look at you.
Hey,
Barry,
mate, I think this guy
Barry,
might be having a stroke over here. He keeps winking at me. I think he might be having a stroke.
That's how the game works, by the way. You say what you think they are as we go along.
Oh. Barry, what are you watching for?
What was that?
Oh.
I think there's two people
just-
having a stroke over here. This guy's winking at me. This guy's just mumbling
Well,
incoherently.
I don't think either of them are having a stroke, but I don't know what they're up to.
Oh, fuck you.
What's wrong?
Oh, again. Can you stop saying that word?
What word?
That word.
Which one?
The. What am I meant to do, Jackson? What am I meant to fucking do with this? My character is person that hates it when people say what.
So I've been finding it really funny.
He just keeps dropping whats into sentences, and I'm meant to be like, ugh. Like every time. And then I mumbled so that you would say like, what? And then you said I would get annoyed. What the fuck is?
What do you guys think Peter is?
A
just
guy
like
that
a
really wants
classic-
to watch the game.
Yeah, classic
close.
like blokey, extreme bloke.
What was it? Middle-aged man who
Middle-aged
just wants
man
to
who
watch
just
sports.
wants to talk about sports.
And Jordan, which is terrible in
Can I
retrospect.
guess what Jordan is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go on.
Are they a person, an alcoholic, who wants really strong
No.
drinks?
No.
Mine was someone who thinks they can hypnotise people by winking at them.
He
Which
chose
is
that
so
for a
bad.
podcast.
I did
For
not
an
really
audio
think about that. My bad.
Audio podcast.
I feel like that game is funny if everyone in the audience knew it first, because I found that very funny, but no one else really
How does
knew
it
what was
work on
going
whose line is it anyway?
Well, it comes up on the screen.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So, and that's where the humor comes from. But I don't really know if it works
Oh,
for
it's
audio.
just a weird mess of not knowing why people are not talking properly.
Zach is making me. What is this character?
I was trying to get you to say what.
And you just like came in like,
I was trying to be quiet so that you wouldn't understand and you'd
So
be
you
like,
go, what? Yeah.
oh.
We should do that for an IRL video. It might work a lot better.
Yeah.
Like a whose
Maybe
line is
just
it
don't
anyway?
do that ever again.
I had a lot of fun watching you guys struggle through that.
Yeah, and then he would be the audience who, if
Yeah,
everyone
so I
else
think
knew.
if you actually had the stuff on the screen, like they did in the actual show, it would work a lot better. That's an IRL video idea.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Do we have a different Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I
thing
wrote
like
down
we
some
did last
prompts.
week? So last week, only in the Patreon edition, because it was a little bit raunchy,
It was a bit
we all
unhinged.
said like things old people say that could also be used in the bedroom. I
Yeah,
think
so
that's
like, you know
what
how
we
they have it and the people just come out and they just say it. So, you know,
Yeah.
things that you could say to your dog but not your girlfriend. You know,
so
shit like that.
one example was like, I can't get up.
Yeah.
That was old people say and in the bedroom.
Okay. What the doctor really thinks when he's giving Jordan a checkup. So now you just say stuff that the doctor... See, I don't really know if we're good enough at improv to do these kinds of things, but we can try.
Do you think in the show they cut out gaps, or do you reckon they're just that
No,
good?
I think they're just that good. Because they
Yeah.
kind of like go out one after the other and it's very seamless.
Yeah, they always
I was-
coming up with a new idea.
I can only, in that context, I can only think of different ways to bully Jordan though.
Well, that's
Isn't that the whole game?
That's kind of yeah. What else?
They
are you
do a
gonna
lot of those ones and I found them
The
funny.
proctologist is like, that's a bit looser than the usual.
Exactly.
Sorry, man.
He's like, what? Are we actually doing this?
Yeah, let's try.
No, let's give it a crack.
We'll just put it on the Patreon, so why not? Let's
Are you
fun.
gonna have them as well, Jackson? Are you
Yeah, I'll
gonna
have a go.
participate?
Oh, I've kind of thought of some. But
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
That's fine.
Wow, this boy's handsome.
Holy shit, I've never seen a cock that big.
You know, in all my years of a doctor, I've never heard someone say hype when I check their prostate.
Did this guy misspell veterinarian?
What's
Wait,
that one?
what?
Because you look like a goat. You know, that's an inside joke.
It's with who? It's not us.
I posted a tweet once that compared Jordan to a goat. It's
'cause I am the goat.
Everyone in the replies was like, wow, that goat really looks like Jordan. That's a
Jackson
true
liked that
story.
one. It's an inside joke.
I love it's an inside joke. Oh, with me, but
Yeah.
yeah, you guys like it.
Inside my head joke.
Library books that you claim you're checking out for someone else, but you're getting for yourself.
Oh, wait, is this a new one?
New one.
That you claim? Say it again.
Library books that you claim you're checking out for someone else, but it's really for yourself. And they are very quick at this game. It's unbelievable.
That's
These people are
unbelievable.
talented.
Yeah, it's. I was doing it. I was like, this is kind of hard, but I thought I'd write them down anyway, and we see how we went.
Sex for dummies.
Anyone got one? I couldn't think of one.
That's a tough one.
They are all tough. I watched an episode and then I kind of just like slightly changed them.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, I don't even. Who reads books?
All right, next one.
Give us a more broad one.
What Zack is really thinking right now.
Help.
I wish I brought my water bottle onto the pod.
Fuck, I'm
Man.
dehydrated right now.
I'm so dehydrated. I'm about to expire.
My brain power is going away.
It's hard.
I think including us in it is a problem.
Yeah, maybe. They did that a lot and it made it funny for some reason. But they are very good at this.
Yeah.
Give us a broad one.
You go on. That's the ones. That's the three that I've got.
Oh, did you come up with them?
Because I started
thought
writing
you-
them and then I went, no, they're kind of like adjacent from the show. But then I was like, these are kind of really hard to do.
Dude, this is just like a planning an IRL video session. I'm enjoying this. We don't have to have a meeting after the pod now.
What about... Oh, no, that's a bit bad.
Go on.
No, it's real bad.
Things you can say on a boat but not at a wedding.
Okay.
Have it sometimes.
So go again.
Things you can say on a boat but not at a wedding.
Whoa,
First
look
time
at
I've
that.
ridden on her.
Whoa, check out that whale.
Oh, that's good. Jordan, you should go on the show. Improv
Apparently.
master.
Well, we'll make it ourselves.
Oh, maybe we should do this as an IRL video.
I think we
Oh,
could,
wait,
because with our what's it called, our try not to laugh challenge, we had a lot of pauses like this, except we just cut it out of the video, so it
Yeah.
looks like we're coming out with things quickly. And even that, I think we all on the day thought that could have been better.
Yeah.
and then people loved it.
Yeah.
So like I feel like we could do this.
maybe this is more of an IRL
Can we
video.
stick
I
with
think
the
so.
boat?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
boat
you
girl
just
one?
keep
Oh,
going.
I don't have one, but
Oh,
like,
let me
I
try
feel
and
like
think
there's
of one.
definitely more there.
So you can't say it at a wedding, but you would say it at a boat.
Yeah, things
Yeah.
you can say on a boat, but you would not say at a wedding. They often have those kind of ones I noticed on the show as well.
Yeah, they're funny because those like you can really think of. Quick
You just try and think of like,
double
yeah, exactly. So
how about I'll be steering clear of that.
that's pretty good. Wouldn't dock in that.
No.
Yeah, the problem is we need time to think, which is not good for a podcast. Just silence. Catch this on the Patreon.
I need to go inside. I'm getting a bit wet.
Jesus
Anyway, let's save that for an IRL video. I'll try and host it because
Yeah?
I've watched a fair bit of that show.
All right, let's do
And
it.
the host actually gets involved as well. At
Yeah, I was
the
going to
end.
say, I feel like you should be in it, though.
Yeah, but they kind of just ask it and maybe I can jump in.
Do they have
That's what-
props?
No,
yeah,
you should
they have
be-
the
you
prop
should be
game,
in
which
it.
is really funny.
Yeah, I feel like, Jackson, you're the best person to be in it.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get a host then.
Maybe Jordan.
I can host.
Jordan
Sophie?
says the occasional ripper, even if it's not
Your
like.
bow one was fucking
The
amazing.
whale
Yeah,
one.
thank you.
Jordan doesn't just throw shit at the wall so much, but when he has one, they're good. They're good.
I'm not good at that. I don't know how things spawn in your head.
I think maybe you have a no. That's not it. I was
think
going to say you
that's
have a filter.
the creativity thing I was thinking.
Yeah.
about. It's just like you try and think of. I don't know. It's hard. It is hard.
Yeah.
This is kind of a weird thing that me and a friend were talking about last night. For some reason, we were talking about who the funniest people in our like immediate group of friends were, like
Yeah,
kind of
sure.
not seriously. But then I ranked us like all pretty damn high. But I think it's just because we're always like in a situation where we're all trying to be funny. So I remember our videos as like
Sure.
being really funny to be a part of.
Yeah.
But then like
You know what I think?
she more meant in like the group setting, like who makes her and everyone laugh the most. And I was like, oh, Jordan's like fucking top, like peak. But then I feel like Jordan at like a regular party is not as funny.
No,
as
because I'm not trying to do bits or anything. Or
like when you're comfortable with everyone and you're doing bits and that, you're like fucking hilarious. Maybe you know how each region has a starter.
That's what we're gonna call it there.
Like, oh, sorry.
Go on. Oh, no, go on.
Each region has a starter rat.
Like Rattata.
Yeah, like
What are the other
Rattata,
ones?
Zigzagoon.
Oh,
like,
right.
Yeah, yeah. They
Oh,
always
like the
have some kind
equivalent.
of rodent.
Yeah, Centret or Furret.
Yeah.
Well, in Australia, that should be a rabbit.
Yeah.
And it should be like really cute, so everyone wants to put it on their team. And then
Yeah.
halfway through the game, you reach the rabbit-proof fence, and that Pokemon cannot travel for any further with you.
Or you have to box it or something.
What if it just
No,
like
it
has
does.
some toxin that's made for it? You know,
It
and then
forces you
dies?
to beat up your own Pokemon.
Oh, maybe not.
Wait, where is the rabbit-proof fence?
It's like in the middle, like
Of Australia?
top to bottom.
I don't know if they have. Do they even have it
So
anymore?
the rabbit-proof fence is like it was a fence going somewhere in the middle of Australia, like up and down, to stop rabbits getting any further across the country.
Didn't work.
They were a big pest. The idea was to like force the rabbits up against the fence and then basically beat them. So not very
But they
nice.
escaped the
but
bastards.
Beat them with like Smash
they,
Bros.
yeah,
or
they escaped
Yeah.
and now they are
Money
here
matches.
in Australia.
yeah, no, they're fucking everywhere. But yeah, did you guys ever see wild rabbits around the place?
Yeah, near my
not
house there's a
much.
lot.
No, I see them all the time.
Oh, do you?
Oh, I wouldn't say all the time, but like
I
if you,
very
if you
seldom see
drive
them.
late at night, you'll see them.
Yeah, okay.
One time I saw a rabbit in one of our neighbors, or like the people that live around our block's house. There was a rabbit just chilling in the backyard, like going round, and it obviously knew not to run away. And it was a pet because they had a rabbit cage.
Yeah.
I told Maddie, and she's never believed me. And I've always tried to point out this rabbit, and it's never there. It's never out like roaming, like I saw it. Like literally, I locked eyes with this rabbit, and we were homies. And then I've never seen him again.
You know, what's that horror movie where the person's like, "There's a man on the wing of the plane," and then they
Oh,
like take him away.
You're
and he
making me
goes
think of
crazy.
The Simpsons when that happens in The
Wait,
Simpsons.
That's a parody of the original.
Yeah, I don't know
thing.
the original.
There's a man on the wing of the plane. What happens?
Oh, it's just like the person thinks that there's a person on the wing of the plane, and they're so sure that they get taken away. It's like a psychiatric patient. But that's you and the rabbit, basically.
Oh, cool.
I swear there's a rabbit in the backyard. I've seen a Maddie. It's looking at me right now. She's like, Zach,
Is the
what
rabbit in the
hell?"
room with us right now?
Dude, that is the best thing. It's like the newest thing to just say to people to just make them feel so shit.
It's such a good meme.
It's a good roast. It's like my favorite memes at the moment is that and what were they cooking?
What were they cooking?
What were they cooking?
Someone
So
said that
good.
when you were presenting your Pokemon. Let him
What
cook.
was he cooking?
Let him cook.
Let
when
him cook.
When he was talking about stud.
Stud. That was the extreme.
It's a bit of a let him cook moment, yeah.
Because I love people just replying with the whole up let him cook
Yeah.
on Twitter at the moment. There's my favorite meme right now.
I like the dud and stud form.
Thank you. Bit out of the
I don't
box.
know about adding de-evolution.
it should just be a form change, I think.
Is that
Form
going to be
change
our?
makes more sense,
that
probably.
could be our like mechanic though. Every new game has like what Gigantamax,
It's usually
Terrestrialization,
about making
Evolution.
Pokemon better, but it's about making him worse.
Evolution.
devolution.
And the gym leader sends out their final thing. And now for my final trick, I'm going to turn my Gyarados back into a Magikarp.
No, it's like a strat you use against other people. You start throwing potions at their Pokemon, then it gets addicted.
Oh my
and then
God.
It
No,
devolves.
I like the devolution to your own things. So stud and dud is obviously bad, but what about things that like we've taken too far? And then you could
Like what?
the furthest evolution
Or like
could actually
AI.
have like a shit ability, like slow start. So you want to de-evolve.
A lot of things do lose some stats, but they gain more in other fields. Could be useful.
What if you could like evolve a Magikarp into Gyarados, get all the good moves, then de-evolve it and it keeps the moves as Magikarp? It'd be pretty funny. And it just has like Hyper Beam and shit.
Interesting question.
Yeah.
That's hype. All right, should we leave it there?
Yeah, I reckon we call it there.
Thanks
Bye-
for
bye, everyone.
watching.
Give us
Potters.
We've asked a lot of questions. Just answer them all in the comments. All of them.
You little Potters.
Potters.
Harry